all over it, and I follow your Instagram page, but you're big on it, right?
So I am on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook.
And TikTok?
And, well, Reels on IG.
Oh, okay.
I'm really enjoying Reels on IG.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's super fun because your kids help or do any kind of cameos?
They really enjoy watching my Reels. They crack
Aw,
up. Like,
that's
they look at watching my drafts and they...
My kids laugh at me.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my god, Mom, you're cringy. My older son taught me the word cringe.
Yeah.
Cringe.
Yep. No, they enjoy it. They enjoy it, and because some of the songs are catchy, you know,
Right.
and so they like it as well.
How do
But you'll be surprised to know that LinkedIn is my highest. I have more followers on LinkedIn than I do on IG. If you're watching this, I'm trying to break 1,000 on IG. Follow me.
Follow Tez, please.
Follow
Tez
Tez.
Roro
Follow
and
Tez.
Day Realtor. The reason for that is, again, I come from the corporate world, so that's sort of the thing that I nurtured first naturally, right? So as I'm looking for opportunities and stuff, IG is something probably the latest adoption that I had. I'm very intentional in how I use it. If you look at my page, I come from contribution, I share content, real estate content, but also just general. People are looking to make connections, right? So if someone, I think today, someone posted they're hiring, I share that because you don't know who in my network is looking for that, right? And there's a really interesting psychology I learned from LinkedIn. When people are reaching out to you on Facebook and Instagram, I think it's like it's a little more laid back than
Loose.
LinkedIn, right?
Right,
So it's a
right.
little bit more social. On LinkedIn, because it's a professional network, sometimes I forget that I'm connected to that person because they never really interact with my content, they don't comment, they don't whatever. But when they reach out,
They mean it.
it's not like I'm entering an agent. Would you please represent me? Like they've made the decision because they've been watching your content. It's a really interesting psychology.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So I actually offer to my colleagues. I'm not charging for it yet.
Get it while it's hot.
Yes,
get
exactly.
it
Like,
while it's
to
hot.
my fellow agents and also other professionals that I work with, you know, that's the way I provide value above and beyond referrals. Is every now and then I offer workshops on skill sets that I have, and maybe on Canva, and maybe on how to leverage LinkedIn for your business, right? So it's just a very different way of offering value, other than the referral. That referrals are nice, but
Right.
that's what everyone is asking for, right?
Right,
If I
right.
can support your business strategically, wouldn't that be great?
This resonates with me so much because I actually was in the media world before, and I really was using Facebook and Instagram, and that's basically what I normally do. And when you say that about LinkedIn, I'm like, yeah, that's true. You know, I need to be using that, and it's not understanding how to use. The thing about it is like we don't always understand how to use it.
Yeah.
That platform is a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
It's a different audience. It's a different voice. It's a
Feel,
different
yeah,
tone.
yeah.
So it's interesting that you say that because you know that you were more. You're more popular on there than you are on the other ones, whereas I might be the other way around.
Well, also think about it this way, right? When you're going on LinkedIn, once again, you're doing professionals. There are filters in there already what someone wants to ask you and how they want to go about it. And there's a little bit more of a matrix because everything is in LinkedIn is based off of performance. So you're sharing charts, you're sharing how things are changing, the trajectory, how you can author something related to the subject matter, and they can see, okay, this person is competent enough. I would love to work with this individual.
Right.
So there's more filters in LinkedIn
Right.
when that client is coming to you because they've checked certain boxes.
Yeah.
Where when you on the other platforms, it's more of a personality thing. Can I adjust with this person? Does this person feel comfortable with me?
Right.
By the way, let me see he or she if they are competent with some of their stories on social media.
Right.
So it does lend a different platform. But again, it is good to have LinkedIn.
So let me pivot to something that I love to talk about, and I know Jimmy does, because Jimmy and I talk about this all the time. We love talking about food and towns and what you
Absolutely.
eat, and we're here at Harper's, and I love this green tea latte that I'm having,
my
so
gosh,
it's amazing.
yes.
I'm going to come back here.
Right?
This
I feel like I
mug
wanna-
is. Look at this mug. Look at the art.
I wanna-
Look at this mug right here. This is.
I want to
I'm
move
talking about
to
this.
this
Is
area.
I got you. You know what else is good here? Their avocado toast.
Oh.
Every time I come here, I threaten and say, I'm going to try something different this time.
And then you're like, I
look
can't.
at the menu, it's the avocado toast.
Wait, hold
again.
on. My daughter makes a mean avocado toast.
Not better than Harper's on
Yeah.
that.
Not better than Harper's.
It's
I'll bet.
really
You know,
good.
I gotta bring her here because she's
have a
all
taste
in
of it.
about
Yeah.
avocado toast. So we're
It's
gonna bring her
good.
here and we're gonna make that sandwich.
Yeah, they partner with other businesses. There is Border Orange. There is a winery, Forest
Okay.
City Brewery,
Where?
in Orange, borderline Orange and West Orange.
I gotta
right
check
by
that
the
out.
There's a
train station.
winery?
I didn't
A
know
brewery,
that.
a
Okay,
brewery.
Okay.
Yeah.
This brewery, what's it called?
Forest City.
Forest City.
Okay.
So they're doing something with them where I think they're doing some flavoring.
Okay.
So they're kind of combining efforts to do something like that.
Nice.
Try to
There's
marry
another
this.
business who's partnering with them to create a coffee soap. I just love that, like
Coffee soap.
Yeah,
Oh,
soap that
coffee
has
soap.
coffee
Wow.
in
Okay.
it.
I love that.
I just love to see like collabos happening like that.
In this town, it seems like it's going on so much.
There's such
a community.
warm energy to supporting businesses. When new businesses open up, the community naturally, my advice to businesses is you gotta ride that momentum, right? Because there's gonna be a new business
Get out
that
there.
opens up,
Yeah.
and then
Get
there's gonna
out
be
there.
excitement about that. So that excitement, you just gotta ride. But there's other great places too.
Tell me some more restaurants.
Which,
What are you gonna say?
well, I was gonna say, what's happening? It's all organic. It's no one like. There's no one trying to be better than the other person. It's all about sharing relationships with individuals and their lust for food.
Yeah.
And drinking.
Their
right?
lust for food and drinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Their lust, it's nothing can match our love for food and talking about food. Tell me some restaurants.
Okay, so I'll tell you like a mix of like, so How Delish. It's actually a dessert
Where's that?
shop. It's in West Orange.
Okay.
And they actually, I think, had an existing business in a sense. They did events and stuff like that, but they didn't have a brick and mortar. They opened up during the pandemic. They're doing amazing. It's a vegan dessert shop.
Ooh.
If you try any of their stuff, there's nothing vegan that tastes. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, so it does not
Everything
taste vegan?
It does not.
It tastes like there's butter in there.
I've gotten my kids' birthday cakes from there.
And they can't tell.
No.
Okay.
It's really good.
That's a trick because vegan desserts can be like a brick,
Right.
like heavy.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty good. And what else could I tell you? So I've been to Nicholas Anthony's recently. So they're open for dinner only. So like usually when my husband works from home, we try to sneak out for lunch and just have like a lunch date. And I never make it because they close. They open at 4, but we finally made it one time. It was really good.
You said they had a good steak.
Oh my god, the steak is like so. Do y'all like the word moist? Some people don't like moist.
Say the word moist. Say it 3 times.
Moist.
Once we don't like it, say it 3 times. Say it 3 times.
Say it 3 times.
Say it 3 times. Say it. Say it.
Say it.
Too funny.
Moist.
Moist.
Whenever we don't like a word, we say it 3 times.
Yeah, you have
Funny,
to.
but it was really nice and great, and it was big, and I'm like, this is good. Like this hit the spot.
What's the name of the restaurant again? You gotta say it again.
Nicholas Anthony.
Nicholas Anthony.
It's on Main Street in West Orange.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. I'll ask you, because you said you're from Ethiopia and you must know really good Ethiopian food. Where can I get good Ethiopian food? That's a rarity.
Yeah, so there's a few places. There's one in Montclair, there's one in South Orange, there's also a really good one in Brunswick. I don't know if it's East Brunswick. It's actually, for those of you that know where Stress Factory is, the
Right.
comedy spot.
That's in
This
East
is
Brunswick.
Yeah, it's actually a great like date night. Like usually when we go, Desta,
Yes.
which means happiness.
DESTA?
T-A, yeah.
No,
That means happiness?
I'm sorry. It's not East Brunswick.
really
It's
beautiful.
New Brunswick.
On Albany Street,
On
whatever
Albany Street.
Albany
Okay,
is,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a beautiful, beautiful word. Desta means
Yeah.
happiness.
So you can actually, I think the comedy spot is open now. Usually what we do is there's a parking spot. We go to comedy. We go for dinner. Like we don't even leave. We leave the car there because it's literally like the next block over. So it's a great like comedy and dinner night.
Did you meet your husband here?
I did meet him here, and I'm
Meet his
gonna tell
husband.
you something really interesting because you like stories.
I love stories.
I met him here.
In East?
Well, I lived in New Jersey at the time. He lived in Staten Island at the time. But guess where I met him?
Where?
In Allentown, Pennsylvania.
What? What were you doing there?
That's even a crazier story. I was there for a Super Bowl party. I don't even understand the game.
You were invited to a party. You
I
went
was
to a party.
invited to a party. I was studying for MCATs back then. I have
Okay.
a bio degree, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just
Add
gonna
that
go
to the
'cause
list of things that Tez does. Just, I want you all to know that this is like maybe the 54th thing that she has listed that I've been like,
Someone
wait, what?
invited me, and I'm like, I don't even like the game. Why am I gonna drive 2 hours to go? And one of those like last minute. You know
You
what?
drove 2 hours to a party?
Yes.
You was really.
Wow, it was destiny. Because who drives 2
Oh, I'm
hours to
gonna
a
tell
party?
you destiny. I'm gonna tell you more of the
Okay.
destiny. So I went, and it's really funny because it was like 14 guys and 3 girls. It was just an interesting
14
dynamic.
guys and 3
And
girls.
2 of the girls had engagement rings, and I was the only one. No dude
You're
wanted
the
to
third
do
one.
anything because they weren't know if I came with another guy.
Okay.
It's the funniest